You're listening to Swinger University with Ed and Phoebe. Offering you the naked facts about swinging. Here are your hosts, Ed and Phoebe.
Happy Hallow Swing!
Or Halloweeny.
We had an amazing holiday swinging with our friends at the Allures Halloween Duel Night Bash. The first night was the Pajama Party, and the second night was the Halloween Party. Almost 800 people were there, and wow, was it fantastic. If you aren't familiar with Allures, it is a sexy, sultry, upscale, and ultra lounge experience at one of our local hotels with on-premise play. Go check them out at allureslifestyle.com. That's ALLURES. Like we said earlier, it was a 2-night party. The first night was
PJ night.
Woohoo! And the second night, Halloween. So Friday, we took the day off.
We played hooky. And because nobody knows who we are,
no,
we don't care.
No. And it was awesome because my coworkers were like, "Oh, you're taking the day off?" I'm like, "Yeah, my friends are having a Halloween party." "Oh, really?" "Uh-huh." "Oh, what are you going as?" And I said, "No." I actually could say that, sexy schoolgirl, because you could get away with that as an adult. They just
Halloween
didn't know
these
how
days.
sexy.
Yeah.
And then the ones that inquired a little bit more, you just keep it a little closer to the truth, and you're like, "Yeah." They're like, "Oh, were they gonna have the party both nights?" "No, just the first day is just I'm gonna be helping decorate, and then the second night is the party."
Playing it off.
Oh yeah, and actually, I did kind of help decorate. So, actually, I did help decorate. I didn't kind of help. I did help. So it was very close to the truth.
And that's the easiest way to get around it.
Yeah, I just eliminated the whole swinger part of it.
Little detail.
Well, small detail. You don't need to know that. So Friday we took it off. We helped decorate. And then, we took a nap, got all unpacked. It was a little staycation for us. So it was really, really nice.
Absolutely. And we prepped our costumes for the next day and grabbed all that stuff and had it ready to go. We had a couple backup plans just in case.
Yeah. I had probably 3 or 5 different costumes for PJ Party, depending on my mood. And then I had, for Halloween, it was just the costume. But Ed had 2 costumes going for a while.
Yeah, I had a couple backups because
AliExpress
first one
failed you.
Yeah, Chinese Santa did not come through.
No.
The suspenders exploded. The little shorts didn't quite work. It was a hot mess. And that's what you get for $7.95 for a costume.
And you would think for a male body, there's really just 2 stitches around the waist and between the legs. Well, there's more, but it's pretty simple, and they still got it wrong.
No, yeah.
I don't know what they did.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
All the pouches in the wrong places.
Yeah. Dimples in the weirdest spots. Ugh. All right. Costumes, drinks, snacks. We had those ready, of course, because you always want to have that in your room.
Always got to hydrate and refuel.
Oh, yeah. And our friends went all out.
Oh my God. So much stuff.
They had chocolate-covered strawberries. They had
champagne.
Oh, yeah.
They had a disco light.
Yeah. The disco ball.
And they had some LED mood lighting.
Mm-hmm. And those wrap things were so good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they'd made some homemade, what was it? It was like a Caesar salad wrap, bacon. Oh, there was so much stuff in there. I can't even remember all of it, what it was, but it was like a spinach wrap, and it was so good.
And at 4:30 in the morning after a night of drinks and...
Well, now we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Oh, Okay, I won't say it.
Spoilers.
All right. So they went all out. So it was really super fun to hang out in their hotel room. So our first night, PJ night, was kind of wah-wah. And the second night was oh my. But before we start with the review of each night, if you've listened to our ABC podcast, we go into detail about the hotel, the dance floor, the cabanas, the boom boom room, and the DJ. As always, Allures puts on an amazing event, and this was stellar. PJ night, we go down, we dance, we get our groove on. Not as many people there. People don't always do both nights. Sometimes they can do one night, but they can't do the other one. Sometimes people can do both.
And we had some friends that were on PJ night but didn't show up for the second night. There was actually an emergency room incident with one of our friends. They ended up in the ER with some poison oak, which was crazy. I had to find out about that the next week. But yeah, dancing, mingling, having a good time. It was very low-key on PJ night.
Yeah, but it was nice because there's less people and you get to socialize a little more in a different way.
Right.
There's always opportunities for socializing in the drink line, in the boom boom room line, in the lobby area, in the hallways, in the hotel rooms, in the bathroom. I can't tell you how many sexy conversations with women I have had in the bathroom. It's fucking hot. And then, it winds up turning into something. It's all those little connective areas, which you will make a fabulous point about later when people were complaining about the crowds. PJ night goes great. Yeah,
it was pretty good. We were relaxed, like we said, staycation. So we got to hang out, wear some sexy clothes that were a little bit more comfortable, a little more relaxed, and have some fun conversations with people. Yeah.
So then, as the night progressed, we got together with some friends of ours, a couple whom we had played with 2 other times in group settings. The couple setting didn't work out so great, and it honestly threw me through a loop. I couldn't figure out why I was off. And Ed and Barbie hit it off great, and I wanted Ed to have an amazing experience with Barbie, and I wanted Barbie to have an amazing experience with Ed. But I was like not feeling it. I couldn't figure out what was going on. So we said to our playmates, hey, I'm sorry, I'm not feeling it. And so we cut them loose, and that way they could go enjoy the rest of their evening down at the party. And then Ed and I went to bed. This will happen in a lifestyle where stuff like this happens that you can't always figure out in the moment, and you can't articulate what the heck is going on. You just know something's not gelling. It's just best to be honest and bow out. And honestly, I really wanted something to happen. And it was weird because I just couldn't get there, and it was frustrating. And I could tell it was frustrating for them as well.
It's hard not knowing.
Yeah, it's the not knowing. You're like, I just want to fix it. I just want to figure it out, and I want to fix it, and I just want to move on and have a good time. But I couldn't, and it was frustrating. And so then later the next day, I was able to process that interaction and kind of figure all that out. But this happens. It happens with couples in foursomes and group sums, and sometimes it happens with you and me. We're having some sexy time and
an off night,
and I'm just kind of like my head's in a different space and
thinking about other things.
Or my hormones are off, or it's just a thing. Yeah, so
it happens.
It happens. It's kind of unfortunate. So we were kind of wah 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 with that, and then we went to bed, and that was PJ night. That's so exciting. So we wanted to let you know, hey,
doesn't always work out the way you plan it.
It doesn't always work out, which is why we love going to the 2-night parties, because if you put all your eggs in the basket for one night,
You got one chance to make it all happen.
Exactly. And there's
it's all in.
Yeah. And there's not enough hours in an evening.
And that absolutely happened the second night. There was not enough time.
I know.
It just went by so fast.
I know.
Next thing you know, last call for alcohol.
I know.
And they were rounding people up for the last dance, and
Usually we're in the playroom by then, way before then.
right. And we went into the playroom for about 5 minutes and then left on the first night. It's just, we were just busy. Like, we don't even know what happened most of the night. I think we were just,
We were social butterflies. We've met so many great people now. It's just fun to just interact and say hi to everybody.
yeah, and it's pretty much everybody now.
I just wanted to rope all the people together that I knew and just throw them in the same room and say, "Orgy, let's go."
Right. I mean, that's the only way we're going to be able to do it from now on, because being able to have enough time to spend with each couple that we know,
I know.
like, it's just not going to happen.
I know. And even trying to meet up with people during the day. It's like, hey, we got here early. We kept telling people, check in early, so that way you can kind of spread it out.
But people are getting off work, they're driving in, they're settling in, they're setting up their room.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem to work out.
I know.
So
yeah.
by the time we'd gotten our groove on and we're all settled in, we were basically making rounds around the dance floor and occasionally going out to the drink line or going back to our room to get some water,
Snacks.
get a little snack or something, and then we'd come back down. But we were like in and out. Didn't spend a lot of time in the room.
Mm-mm.
But evenings winding up,
Yep.
we kind of wander back going, hey, where'd all of our friends go? We tried to make some connections happen with some people and didn't really happen. We were like missing timing and stuff, but we basically walked right back up to our room, and we're on the same wing as everybody else because we do kind of like a whole wing takeover thing.
Yep. So we start texting our friends. Where are you at? What's going on?
Where you be? And
Having fun, having sexy time.
what's going on?
And as we're texting our good friends with the disco ball.
Knock on the door.
Yep.
And I jump off the bed, run over to the door, and peek out the door, and there's nobody there. I'm like, what's going on?
They're like more than halfway down the hall.
Yeah. So I stick my head out the hall. I'm like, psst, hey, we're up.
Come back.
Come back.
We were just texting you.
And they did.
So they came
wandered
on
down.
in. Yeah. And they're like, oh my gosh, we felt so bad knocking on your door. We didn't know if you were asleep. And we're like, oh, no, you can knock anytime. Knock away. And so we had them in. And I don't know. We were not in our room for very long.
Yeah, it was like 10 minutes. Had a conversation, kind of talked about some stuff.
Yeah.
What they were up to, how they were feeling. And then
I said, we need to go. I think it was me.
it was you, and it was all about the toys.
I said, we need to go down to your room and check out that suitcase full of toys that you brought. And they were very happy to oblige. So they said, all right. And off we went.
Grabbed our stuff, walked down the hall. Oh, and we had a very fun interaction with a bunch of people in the hall. I was wearing my red holy pants, bunch of holes in them, and I was not wearing anything under those pants walking down the hall. And the ladies who were in the hall were commenting on that. They were like, oh, we can see everything. That is why I wear them.
I love those pants.
Yeah.
Everybody loves those pants.
Those are good pants.
Those were good pants. And see, you got those on AliExpress, but those fit.
They mostly fit in the ways that I need them to fit.
They're a little short, but
but nobody's looking at my pant legs.
they're not. No, they're not looking at your ankles. Nope. They're not.
No, just looking at my leg.
Yeah. Yes. That leg.
So yeah, I was being ogled and objectified as we walked down the hall, which I didn't mind. Mm-mm. And ended up in their room.
Yep. We get to the room, and they were very gracious. They gave us, they gave us some champagne.
Yeah, that's right. We started off with a glass of champagne. That was fun.
I know. It was super nice.
Some sips of champagne, kind of set the mood a little bit.
Sat on the bed, and then all of a sudden, I was like, all right. I said, where are these toys? And so they brought them out. I think they had to hide them. They had wrapped them up in this towel because they had them all laid out.
And I guess room service had come in, and there was, a blanket of dildos and straps and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, you should probably hide that. So they wrapped it all up in a towel, and so they got that all out, and so I'm looking through all the toys, and I go, oh, all right, I want to see how this works. And it would look like a big silver hook with a little ball on the end of it. Mm-hmm. I said, I need to see how this works. So they said, all right. So off they went to showing us how this sexy tool, aid, I don't know. What do you even call, what's the name of that thing?
It's an accessory.
Oh. It's an erotic accessory. But it, for lack of a sexier term, it looks like a big, huge fish hook without the point, obviously. Right. And it's got a place where you tie a rope on the other end. Mm-hmm. And so what's the name of rope tying? Shibari?
I think so, yes. And
so he tied it through the hook and then tied her hair.
Right.
Tied it to her hair. And then he tied it to her hands, I think.
Just to her hair.
Just to her hair.
Yeah, so her head was in control of the pressure that she'd put on.
Right, because she could exert the pressure as she wanted. Oh, my God. It was so sexy. So, yes, and then he was flogging her. And she was just... Oh my God, she was just in waves and waves and waves of erotic orgasms. It was phenomenal to watch. It was I don't know. I was mesmerized.
It was a fabulous show. We just
oh my God,
sat there and watched and listened, and
I couldn't stop. I could not peel my eyes away. Just watching her just go through moment after moment, just in pure bliss. Okay, so then after that was done, then they did, what else did they do? Then more flogging with a different flogger.
More flogging. And then I tried flogging you for a little while.
Oh, yeah.
And you actually enjoyed it quite a bit.
I did. Yeah, you tried some different spots.
I did.
Mm-hmm. I really liked that.
That
surprised me.
Yeah, surprised me too.
I know. So there are going to be some new fun friends with some new toys. Yay!
New experiments. New things to try.
Just no bruising. I don't want any bruises.
That's true.
So, yes. So that went on for, I don't even know how long. We were the time just lost. Who knows?
Yeah.
We weren't keeping track.
Different toys, tried different things, tried different positions.
We tried that looked like a sea.
It almost looked like a sea creature.
It did. It had nubs and
handle and
yeah.
Very firm silicone.
So I tried to use it, but then I was like, my hand, I can't reach down. So I had Ed do it. That was pretty nice. That was pretty good.
Very fun.
I like that toy. So we got to try some fun new things.
Definitely try those again.
Try before you buy. So that was really fun. And then, then that escalated to full swap.
Yes.
I don't even know how it transitioned, but it transitioned very nicely. And that was amazing. And I almost ripped the headboard off the bed.
Oh, God. Yeah, our neighbors. We didn't even realize what time it was, but we were making all kinds of noise. Holy crap.
I could not grab that headboard any more tightly. I was just hanging on for dear life. It was just awesome. Yeah. I like to move a lot, so that leverage of holding on and moving my body underneath
looked fabulous.
So fun.
And she and I were having a good time watching and playing a little bit, and I think she was trying to get used to seeing that going on and experiencing what she was experiencing at the same time. Mm-hmm. And I was struggling a little bit with some positions and angles maybe not being so comfortable for her. So we're going to have to try again.
We will have to have a do-over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It was fun. Yeah, it is challenging to, when you see that for the first time, your partner with somebody else. Although she had seen that before, but sometimes it's different.
Yeah.
And,
depending on the enthusiasm of the partner and how you're feeling. And it can be
sometimes it's different. Sometimes things get triggered. But it was fun. I usually like to watch a little more, but I was just really in my own experience, and I wasn't doing a whole lot of watching. I was just enjoying and having a really good time. So
that was nice for a change. That was good to watch.
I just decided just to be selfish and just be totally into me, and I really didn't care what was going on over there. I mean, I cared, but I didn't really care.
Not in the moment.
No, because it felt too good.
Yeah, which was great. I enjoyed watching that.
Yeah, so, oh my God. So that went on for, I don't even know how long. And then we stop. I don't know why. Water, something.
I think we were pretty thirsty and we started to get a little hungry.
Yeah.
And then we realized what time it was.
Yeah. It was like 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah. We're like, oh man, we need to hydrate and refuel
and have a snack.
And probably go to bed soon.
Probably go to bed. I wasn't even tired, which was weird.
Yeah. It was amazing. Normally we're midnight or so, we're starting to fall asleep.
Yeah.
But not so in this case.
No.
We were very up.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Some strawberries and chocolate.
Oh, so good. And the little
wraps.
Wrap things. So tasty. We couldn't stop eating. And then we had to say goodbye, which was oh so sad. And then, so we kissed them goodbye and thanked them. And so we go to bed and we get up the next morning and we see a text from them, or we texted them.
We texted them about breakfast.
Oh, okay. That's what it was. And they said, oh, we have coffee in our room, because they brought a coffee pot. And so I said, we'll be right down. So we throw on our robes, tootle down the hallway, and get in their room and jump in bed. And we have some amazing coffee. It was hazelnut coffee with hazelnut creamer. So double hazelnut. So yummy. So we're just chilling in bed, having coffee, nice and snuggly. So fun.
Yeah, it was
just
fun.
Like a little sleepover without sleeping. So we decided to go back to the room, pack, and get ready to go downstairs for breakfast.
Loaded stuff up in our car and headed into the lobby to check out. And our friends met us down there. Mm-hmm. And while we were waiting in the lobby, one of the costume contest winners came up to us. And we'd actually met this gentleman at a house party. Mm-hmm. Very nice man. Had a great conversation with him before. and continued the conversation that morning along with his lovely partner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, very sexy couple.
The two of them. Oh my goodness. So yes.
So we gave them our card and said, "Hey, we'd be happy to get together again."
And they said, "We're having breakfast. Let's all have breakfast."
So we all went in. We realized that we should sit at a big table because we have 6 people now.
Yes. So I got everyone together. I'm like, oh, we need to get everyone together.
Push 2 tables together, 3 tables together. We all sat together, and oh my God, we had such a great breakfast. We had such a good breakfast that we had another couple come up to our table and say, "We really wish we were sitting with you guys because you look like you're having so much fun."
Of fun. Oh, yeah. We were laughing, and we were talking about all kinds of nasty stuff. Oh, my God.
It was hilarious.
So great.
So much fun.
We were there about an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Yeah, just a great time. Great conversation.
My God, it was the best.
Such nice people. Oh, so fun. So sexy.
And I'm so glad that we all sat together because the couple that we had played with the night before is more into BDSM than we are. And the new couple that we met in the lobby is very much into that. Well, she is. She's got a lot of experience in that. And so linking them together, I thought was going to be an amazing fit. Or, just for contacts and resources. I mean, even if they don't get together as play dates, it's nice to have or know people that can share information. And she did. She had great information on parties and things and places to go. And
we heard about a new place in Oakland.
Yep.
That's just this amazing dungeon house.
We need to go.
Super upscale, amazing, and it sounded like an experience that you just had to see to really get.
Absolutely, we have to go and observe and
who knows?
Yeah, we need to go. We just need to go. That's it. So, after the party, we noticed there were some posts on Reddit for some people. And
a lot of conversation about it.
Yeah, and you saw those. And so, you wanted to say a little bit about that.
Yeah, so some of the comments were that events like this, when you've got 800 people, was that 800 people or 800 couples?
People.
People.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. It's a lot of people in one place. And some of the comments were, these parties are just too big that they're not fun. They're too big, and you can't connect with people. Mm-hmm. Well, there's a little bit of merit to that, in that if you see a couple once, you may not see them again,
right?
Because timing is everything.
Yep.
Now, I would also say that if there were 100 people at this party, the same thing could happen.
Yes.
Because that one couple could end up with
another
couple, or in a playroom, or somebody's not feeling well, or any number of 100 things could go happen. So here's my advice. You go to a big party, you see a couple that you like, you have to make your move. This is an opportunity. The other thing that's really cool about this is there are 400 couples there. That's 399 potential connections that you can make. It's a target-rich environment. There are so many chances for you to find somebody that's compatible. Now, scale it back. Think about a party with 20 couples.
40 even.
Or 40. The odds of finding somebody that you're going to be compatible with, or that you even find attractive, they go down. It's just a statistics thing. It's a numbers game.
Mm-hmm.
So I absolutely agree that Halloween is a crazy party. There are so many people there. Yeah. There's so many different things to do. it's overwhelming to see all of those costumes and all of those people dressed up and all of this activity going on. But that doesn't have to be a bad thing. That can actually be a really good thing.
Mm-hmm.
The trick is that you've got to be assertive and you've got to work the room.
And when prioritize your evening.
Yeah. You've got to pick which things you want to do and which things you don't.
Yeah. Do you want to be on the dance floor all night long, or do you want to be socializing and meeting and greeting people and having conversations? Do you want to be wandering around and trying to find those individuals?
Yeah. So you've got to be time-wise with what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an opportunity. You have to take it because that opportunity is going to go away.
Yeah. So
have your hoe cards, make some connections, work the room, meet people, have a good time. And you can't tell me with 800 people dancing around in sexy costumes that you're not going to have a good time.
Right.
Now, the other point that they had made that I think we can address a little bit was that there's a line for the playroom. Mm-hmm. And that's true. Now, most of the people who are waiting in line are watchers.
Yes.
They're waiting in line to watch because they're a little shy. So if you want to play, walk up to the front desk where people are checking in and say, is there a different line for playing than for watching? Mm-hmm. And sometimes they will walk the line and say, who's here to play and who's here to watch? And the people who want to play can move up.
Mm-hmm.
Small tip. Now, if you're waiting in line for a long time just to watch people have sex, maybe this is an opportunity for you to try playing in front of people. Or maybe grab the couple that you want to play with and take them back to your room.
Right. Or getting to know the people you're standing in line with.
And that's the point that we were making earlier.
Yes.
There are all kinds of opportunities to strike up a conversation. You're stuck in line. Make the best of it.
Yeah.
Start flirting. Make some new friends.
I can't tell you how many times we have made the best connections in those transition areas. Checking in, checking out, down the hall, in the drink line, in the bathroom. I know I went over this before, but honestly,
it happens.
That's where it happens. So do it. That's what you're there for, to meet people. And people are so nice. It's, no one's going to be offended if you strike up a conversation with them.
It's a good time. And like I said, there's so many people there. People will come from all over, from different states. They'll fly in. We knew people from the East Coast. We knew people from Oregon that were there.
Yeah.
And it's an opportunity to meet and get together with people that you will not have anyplace else.
Right.
You won't find these people at your local house party. You won't find these people anyplace else.
Right.
So it's a great opportunity to meet new people.
I agree. It was so fun. Just basking in the memory of it all.
Lots of great memories.
It was. So, Ed, Halloween, one of those great high holidays for swingers.
Yeah, there's two, Halloween and New Year's.
Uh-huh.
And what can we say? We all like to dress up and play out our fantasies. And this Halloween was no different. And we definitely got to have some naughty fun.
Oh, yeah.
Like always, you can't predict how things are going to go, how you're going to feel in the moment.
Right.
So it's best to go with the flow and make your own party when things don't go the way you planned.
Before you turn off our podcast to take care of all the vanilla things pulling you away, please reach out and give us a review. I am the first to admit that it is much easier to give a 5-star rating, which we appreciate. But if you could take 43 seconds to type a review, we would love it. If you want to share a personal story, ask us questions, or share your comments, please contact us at swingeruniversity@gmail.com or tweet us at swingerupodcast.